Olympic sport coming to LA in 2028, and it's right here in Brisbane right now as we make our way forward through the next 4 years and prepare to launch Australia's Olympic program. It's the National Tournament 2024 Flag Football Nationals here in Australia, and this is the breeding ground for the stars of the future. It's where we're going to select off the back of the tournament the top 24 players in men's and women's to contest the international tournament, the World Championships in Finland. It is day one, of course. Tomorrow is the biggest day. Sunday is finals day, and Saturday pool matches. We have the final pool match right in front of us, live on the live stream. It is going to be Queensland up against Victoria. My name's Kate Orman. I'm taking you through all the action this afternoon as well as tomorrow, and I'm joined alongside the boys of the Any Given Sunday podcast. It is T-Mac and Danny. T-Mac's in the booth with me. He'll be here tomorrow as well, and Danny will be sidelined. Now, T-Mac, have you got your eye on any of these players just before we kick off this game? Who's the one we should watch?
For the Sun Devils, we've got Fuller, number 4, and for the Eagles, Demizio, number 27. They're both electric players.
Here we go. First snap of the afternoon. Goes wide left to the winger. Great run. And the wide receiver's going all the way. This is the first play, and it is a touchdown play. Unbelievable. Number 11, Dania Herdman, gets the first touchdown for the Queensland Sun Devils. They're the first points of the match.
That is a huge way to start the game. You can really see the way they're running down. It's a lot in the hips to get through those tackles and make sure that tag's not taken. Yeah,
unbelievable run, wasn't it? And the throw was pretty brave in terms of the first snap of the day. Just caught the defence unawares. The ball goes back to the quarterback again. They get the point conversion. Single point down, and that's 7 on the board already for Queensland. In the blink of an eye, you cannot go anywhere, folks, because that's how quickly it happens in flag football. What did you see sideline?
That was just some complete dominance by Queensland starting off there. That would definitely going to be my pick of the game moving forward.
So the Queensland Sun Devils making their mark early and setting the standard for this afternoon of women's flag football. Here comes the reply, though, from the Victorian Eagles. Player goes down. It's Love. Bliss Love with a hard fall, and the yellow flag comes out from the referee. I believe there was too much contact there. Of course, flag football, the non-contact form of the game, doesn't allow any kind of tackling or contact. And the advantage is really paid to the offensive player, so they will march it 10 yards up the field there.
A 10-yard advantage in this game is quite huge. We've only got a 50-yard field, so 10 yards is definitely a big advantage.
Huge advantage, isn't it, T-Mac? So Kate Orman and T-Mac, as they know him, 87 is the quarterback. Victoria Paholek, and just really threw that a little too hard, probably a bit too much heat on it for the distance there.
Yeah, she definitely looked like she was going a little bit deeper, but Monfrey just not quite able to bring it in.
So Manfrey, one of the players to watch, and Paholek as well. QB gets over the top, and Manfrey, the hands of a sticky lizard, grabs that, reels it in, and they're over the halfway mark.
Yeah, same play, but just this time able to take it in, but over the halfway, so we get our 4 plays again.
That's right, 4 downs to the halfway, and then they get back to the first, so 4 downs to score. Snap's good, a little trick play, the shovel pass goes forward to Manfrey, does get the tags pulled. About 10 yards out from the touchline. The end zone is near.
Yeah, 7 yards to go. That's a huge, 15 yards in that first pass.
You're good, Blitzer, right there.
Victoria in possession. Second down. Paholek takes the snap. She's looking long. Her eyes on the end zone, but spent too long eyeing it off. And here comes the defense. Queensland's Christy Moran scoped her out, absolutely blitzed her, and that's what the blitzing run is exactly for.
100%, and that's where us Aussies, we're really standing out with our tackling, and hand-eye coordination to get those flags is outstanding.
Great job by Christy Moran. Here comes the third down. They've got to get it up there. Paholek, lovely spinning ball. Gets to the 5, the 10. Touchdown, Victoria.
Just as the commentators, Moz, didn't quite get that tag that time. Monfray absolutely on fire in this first part.
Well, it was signalled a touchdown by the end zone judge, so my apologies to those watching at home. I think the referees had a little conversation that we weren't privy to. But we'll go again, 5 yards out. Victoria want to respond to the early touch. Yes, they do. Touchdown. And who else but the Victorian who's played for Australia already? That is number 27. Of course, Jordan Demizio. She is one to watch. Tell us about Demizio.
Some say the best touch footballer in Australia at the moment. She's coming off a bit of an injury, though, so it'd be good to see her get her legs going again.
So Demizio now looking to blitz as the Queenslanders have to respond. Great ball, rocket into the hands and out of them from Cody Fuller. That's an uncharacteristic drop.
Yeah, especially we spoke about these gloves earlier. They are very, very good. So, very, like you said, very uncharacteristic. So she put one down.
Yeah, Cody Fuller, really another one to watch. She was part of that inaugural flag team that played in Malaysia last year. She's usually got great hands. That one's a bit better. 13 goes forward. Sideline run was good.
That's our captain, Hayes.
Gained about 10 yards on that one. So really well done.
Hayes again, yeah, really great hands. And like as we mentioned with the hips, just being able to turn the hips, make sure that flag is not able to be tackled.
A little flick of the hips is all you need sometimes. Third down, got to get to halfway. Over the top, 13 has it. Just made it. Yes, that is a down. The referee is signalling there's some dissent on the ranks of the Victorian bench, but they will move the ball forward.
Yeah, and it's over that halfway. So again, that 4 plays again, restarts. Pivotal get over that halfway.
High snap for Queensland. Looking down the line, Casey Cubas had a man. The flag went down, though. It was Cody Fuller who had it on the fingertips and just lost it as soon as it was coming down. Close ball. Great throw, though, by the QB, Casey Cubas.
Although Kelly on defence coming across the front, absolutely incredible. Getting that hand in just in front of Fuller, our player to watch.
Plenty of players to watch all weekend as the snap comes again. Second one for Casey Cubas. Has her eyes on the end zone once more. Great take. Wow, Daniel Herdman, that is highlight reel. Above the head, turned around and just reined it in. Defence can't do much about that. That was great play.
Pink gloves, pink boots, it all stands out.
Yeah, and they clearly are working for her. That's her first touch of the game and an important one. Interesting formation now, running straight up the middle, and it goes almost to the hands of a defender. That didn't work out. Demisante had it within her grasp and just lost it on the turf.
Yeah, I reckon she spent it before she had it there. She was thinking of the glory, but unfortunately slipped out.
So they'll get another down. This is fourth down. This is the final opportunity to score on this drive. Again, they are doing that tight formation. You'd think they might spread. You'd want to watch the corners of the end zone. Here comes Cubas. Blitz is strong, and it's a great throw as well. Conversion goes to Marissa Hayes, one of the captains of the offense for Queensland, and the Sun Devils fight one back. They go 6 up.
Cubas really well there to avoid the blitz of Demizio. Just shake the hips and still have the strength in the arm to hit that.
Yeah, you're so right, T-Mac. That was unbelievable. The hip shake is what it's all about in flag football. And it's an underrated skill, not often used in the tackle version. Different QB, trick play here. Oh, had the hands up, though, did Sam Kelly from the defence. Great rejection, and they force them off the field. So now Victoria have a chance to score on this play. We might bring Danny Webb in, who's been sidelined for us all match, and he's got his eyes on the action. Danny, what are you hearing in the huddles from the bench over there?
So all the defenses are talking about just upping the ante a little bit, just to try and put a little bit more pressure. It seems like quite an offensive-dominated game so far.
It is. It's very offense-dominated, isn't it? But then just now we've seen how the defence can stand up and be a game changer. Of course, in short games, you kind of want to score on every drive, and it's a real disadvantage when you don't. So that time, they spent a lot of time going up the field, Queensland, to be rejected on the final down. Heartbreaking, but an opportunity for the Victorians. Ball forward into no man's land. That's going to be an incompletion, and there were plenty of Queensland Sun Devils ready to pounce. Fortunately, no one did.
Yeah, that was quite a dangerous race. 3 of them just all circling the ball. Yana Florotis just missing out on the interception there.
Paholek, second down, third down, sorry. Down, the blitz comes strong and early. Christy Moran sizes her up and takes her down. This is 4th down, and so Paholek now, having caught the blitz, must convert the down. Got to get to halfway. Flag football, you get 4 downs, get to halfway, and then 4 again, touchdown. So it's all or nothing here. Paholek. Long ball deep. She's got a woman. It's Manfrey. Who else? The catch was a little short, though, and they'll get a turnover on downs.
Yeah, 2 yards short across from that halfway line, but Moran early has been absolutely electric on defence.
Hasn't she just? I mean, she's involved in everything, and she is the one that's really causing those mistakes and the pressure on the quarterback, and I think it's often more than just getting a flag when you're blitzing. It's creating that pressure so the quarterback has to make an early throw and send it into no man's land. Here comes Queensland, though. The response is good. First throw, no one can get the tags. Wow, Marissa Hayes, elusive, the step, the turn, the twizzle, gets another couple of yards, and those can be crucial. Second down, and they're about 7 out from halfway.
I reckon the twizzle is a very appropriate describing word of what they're trying to do with the hip. Yeah, absolutely.
Might use that again. Hip twizzle. Here comes second down. Cubis. Oh, long ball forward, straight through the middle. Contact, and yes, yellow laundry thrown all over the field. That was heavy contact, the type you'd see in tackle version of the game. Marissa Hayes, though, one of the toughest players in the game. In fact, part of the inaugural flag team and has represented the Sun Devils in gridiron, so she is accustomed to the tackle version, but she looks like she took a bit of a hit there, and they might just have to take her off and double-check she's okay.
Yeah, the coach is coming out just to check on her. What's interesting, they call it flag football. There is a lot of touch in this flag football.
Automatic first down and 10 yards, so heavy penalty for the Victorians. I mean, it's often accidental, though, isn't it? And we have to remember that. Yeah, we are playing a game in a tight, contested space. Gets a clap off. Marissa Hayes, one of the guns of Australian flag football, and we'd certainly expect to see her there when they do select the next national team, but you never know. There's a lot of new faces. And a new down coming up for Queensland. Cubis, lightning bolt forward, straight to the hands of Cody Fuller. Who else? Safe as houses.
She has got enormous, really, really strong hands, Cody Fuller, so a pretty safe option whenever you're going forward for the QB.
Yeah, really good glove hands, isn't she? And another one of those players that's been around the gridiron tackle version. Here comes a couple of go routes. 2 go routes in a row, and neither of them can bring it down. Wow, the crowd just breathes out and awed as that looked like one of those unbeatable plays. Both 11 and 9. Jessica Liu and Dania Herdman had run the same route about 2 yards apart. It looked like a clever design, but didn't work out.
That's a touchdown gone begging, I reckon. She falls over if she gets that.
Third down. Casey Cubis. Interesting play design. Cody Fuller has it. Lost the flags, but gained some crucial yardage, and they're within 5 of the touchdown.
Playing a real bend, don't break kind of defence, the Vics. They're getting it to the halfway line pretty well, Sun Devils, but as soon as they get past that halfway, it's not quite getting over the end zone.
Finding it hard in that final 5, aren't they? Here comes the tight formation again. They split as they enter the end zone, but someone stayed in the middle, and of course it was Dania Herdman, part of the inaugural Australian flag team. She scored the first touchdown for Australia and Malaysia, and she scored one here at Ballymore, pointing the Queensland Sun Devils ahead.
Yeah, again, those pink gloves, pink boots, they really stand out. And
pink goes faster, they say. Here comes the conversion opportunity. Cubis has it in hands. Sidearm almost to the hands of the defence. Sam Kelly had a glove on it and just touched it down. Great rejection. And they'll turn over. So it's still a tight contest. Danny, what are you seeing?
Well, that's 2 missed conversions now for Queensland. They're crucial points you're going to need to get on the board. If Victoria can get down to the end zone, it could become quite a dangerous loss.
So really, every conversion counts in flag football. The score, 19-7, Queensland's way, but Victoria have a chance to respond now, bring it back within a 1-score game. The moment it is a 2-score game. Paholek over the top, straight to the middle, as a woman. Straight into the hands of Bliss Love. You love to see that.
Having a bit of trouble with her flags getting them back in there.
Yeah, just adjusting, I think. They sometimes don't go straight back in. And then there's the playbook that you've got on your arm. You've got the gloves. There's a lot of things to work out. Here they come, second down. Faked it. Faked the handoff, and the pass went forward to her teammate, Tamika Beeston. Beeston, one of those players that has been around the traps as well. Outback contact player, strong roots, good hands is what we're told, and you can see it in evidence there. Paholek on the third down, runs it herself, shovel pass forward. Manfrey has it over the 50-yard, or 50%, wouldn't be 50 yards.
25
I've
yard.
never been good at mathematics, but 25-yard or so.
I've only got 10 fingers too.
Halfway is what matters, and they are halfway to the end zone. Crucial 6 points. Just checks the playbook on the arm. Snaps it. Again, fakes the handoff. Ball has to go quick over the top. That's dangerous zone. But it comes to the hands of Victorian. Again, it's Tamika Beeston. Brings it down in a contested space. It was high. Probably dropped earlier than she expected.
Again, Moran just getting in the face. Really causing that throw to come out earlier than what she wanted.
Yeah, we're loving the play of Moran as defensive player. Getting up in the face and really putting the pressure on. Paholek again through the middle. Manfrey, the Australian representative, showing her quick feet once more. Gets a flag pulled though. They're about 5 yards out from the touchdown. From the end zone, 3 yards even. 2 more plays to make it a score. Let's go. Paholek. Opts to go herself. Basketball shot into the air. Can't come down with it. Manfrey had a fingertip on it. There was another player in the zone. It was Riley. Sorry, it was Jordan Demizio. Both players that are good options. Got a little too close together, though. Made it easy for the defence.
Yeah, absolutely. You can just see the Douglas went up on the defence and was able to cover 2 players at once. So you really need to get that little bit more separation.
So Love to snap it from centre. Paholek, again, the basketball, it's worked out. It's gone to Tamika Beeston, and Beeston celebrates with her teammates. She brings it back within 1-score game. It'll be 19-14 before we see what kind of conversion they go for. Of course, flag football, you can do a 2-point or a 1-point conversion. And for those who are new to the game, just explain that to us, would you, T-Mac?
So we're going for the 1 point here from the 5-yard line, but it has to be a passing option. So if they'll go back to it'd be the 15, I believe. They can go for the 2.
Paholek down the middle. Can't find a person. Woman, great defence. Queenslanders all slap high fives, and they should. Right in amongst it was Yana Floridis, who has been covering all of that end zone, making it very hard for anyone to get through. So the 2-point conversion is from further out. The 1-point conversion comes from the 5-yard, and the 2-point is the 10-yard.
Correct, yes. And you are allowed to do a running option from the 10-yard, but not the 5. Just a couple of little nuances of each one.
So as we get the next set of downs underway through the hands of the Queensland quarterback, Cubis, might bring in Danny Webb to analyse how he's seeing the game so far.
It's been quite a tightly contested game. A lot of people earlier today were talking about Queensland coming in and just taking over this from the get-go, but Victoria really putting up a good fight.
They absolutely are, and here comes a fight from the defence. Wow, that's a long ball. That's the biggest we've seen all game. It's gone straight into the end zone. Cubis, rocket launcher, way downfield, finds Kestra Bessie, and that is as easy as it gets. Bessie just shakes off the hands like money. Unbelievable. That's the biggest we've seen from the women's game.
Absolutely. Victoria's not too happy. They thought they had the flag just before the end zone, but regardless, that is an enormous play. And besides the two big plays that they've had, like Danny said, Victoria's been right on top of them here.
Whoever is coaching that offensive line knew exactly when to pull that out of the bag. They probably had it. And there's the conversion, easy as. Cody Fuller, probably your reliable option there, just on the line. But Danny, you saw that from close up, and that was a rocket, not expected, I think. Caught the Victorian defence unawares.
It also caught all of us unaware here on the sideline.
Yep.
Cubis with an absolute cannon of an arm managed to get that throw down.
Call it a cannon, Cubis. I like that. So in terms of what you'd be expecting now for the reply, we've seen a lot of those central zone balls, sort of 10-yard, 15-yard. We haven't seen too many go routes. We haven't seen too many tricky design plays from the Victorians. What are you hoping to see, Danny?
I'm hoping they're going to shake up their offense a little bit. They're doing quite a lot of shovel passes over the top. I really just think that's just due to some scramble plays. If they can get some more set plays going, they should be able to get a little bit more momentum moving forward.
Great insights from our man on the sideline, one of the stars of the Any Given Sunday podcast. Thrilled to have both of them in the commentary booth this weekend. Of course, tune in tomorrow because that's where the action is. And the action right now just turned up a notch. That was a nice little trick play. Danny wanted one of those, and he got exactly what he asked for. In the end, Beeston got the ball in hand and ended up on the ground. There was some kind of contact. The referees are now
Timeout.
going to call a timeout, exactly. So as we have this timeout now, I ask you the same question, T-Mac. What do Victoria need to do to get back into this game?
Well, I think for both sides, they're getting it to the halfway, the 50 line, as you like to call it, quite comfortably. But it's once we get past that 50 that it's bend, don't break from both defences. You know, Queensland now with the 4 touchdowns, but just got to get a little bit more creative once we're past that halfway, I think.
Yeah. It's been a bit one-dimensional, hasn't it, from the blue and white? A lot of those up the middle, and then when they're close to the end zone, it feels like there's not too much creativity in the play design, but maybe they're saving the best for last. Certainly still got a half to go, so nowhere near complete is this game as Paholek fakes the handoff, goes forward instead, and Grislove has her tags pulled. They want to play quickly. I like this. Victoria setting up. Queensland have to get back. They do so. Moran has the hand up. And that will be half-time. So half-time here at Ballymore Stadium in the final women's game of the day. This is the pool game day, Saturday afternoon. And tomorrow, Sunday, will be the big one. That is finals day, where we crown our first national champions. And the bigger prize, arguably, is we will be selecting the top 24 players from men's and women's flag football to go into the Australian squad to compete at the elite level and contest the World Championships in Finland later this year. They'll go into an AIS camp, and then T-Mac, they will be selected. I think they'll whittle down the squads a little more and take 12 or so to Finland. Of course, they all a lot of them contested those Oceania Championships at the end of last year, and the women's ended up with a silver medal. So we hope we could get one better potentially. There's plenty of talent out on the field this afternoon. Certainly, you've had your eye on a couple of players, including Christy Moran. What do you like about her game, Queenslander?
Christy Moran, she has just been in the face of the QB Paholek the entire game, you know, so they've got to be back 7 yards, but she's ready to go every snap, and she's backing it up every snap as well. So the fact that she can get inside her face you know, as we said, inside the 50 or the halfway line, she's really causing a lot of problems for Boholek here.
She's causing all kinds of problems, and they've been unable to score, and you'll see it in the scoreline at the moment, just how impactful Moran has been, lightning off the mark. Danny Webb's watching it from a close angle on the sideline. What are you seeing? Any players we should watch out from your end?
It's just, I think Victoria just need to tighten up their defence, especially in the second half of the game. Just really tighten that up and try and get this back to either a one-score game or tie it up. So they've still got, it's currently a two-score game, so hopefully they can bring it a little bit closer to finish this out.
27-13 at the halfway mark as we get underway for the second half final game of the afternoon. It gets in the hands of Manfrey, the Australian flag football player. Evasive as they come. Can't evade that one though. They'll get a second down. As they approach the halfway, they have to get to halfway within 4 downs. Then they get another 4 to get to the end zone. Snap is coming to Paholek. Low snap. Over the top, back to the snapper. Center is Bliss Love. Tries a spin move. Can't get around the defense, so they gain about a yard.
I think we're going to get Demizio into the game here. She's been touted as one of the best flag players going around, and she's not quite getting her hands on the ball yet.
Demizio lined up on the right sideline. Wide receiver, one of the best in the game, but it goes instead to Beeston, who's been pretty safe hands in that central zone, sort of the tight end position of the flag equivalent in the middle of the field. There's yellow flag being thrown by a referee. They're just having a conversation, and we'll get ears on what they have to say just shortly. So contact from the offense, which is not usually the call. It's usually from defense. So they lose some ground here. It'll be 4th down, a crucial error.
So it's only 5 yards when it's against the offense, but going back to where the last play was, so...
Makes a huge disadvantage, isn't it? And obviously 4th down. It means they've got to cover all that ground to get back to halfway. They've only got one ground to do it, so you know it's going to be a deep ball. If anything, Blitz is coming fast. Ball it goes into the hands of the defense. It's going to be a pick. They grab the flags just in time. But incredible stuff by Mickey Filia, Queensland defender. Just plucked it out of the air and almost looked like she was going for a pick 6 there.
It's the best starting field that we've had for the offenses now. We're only, what, 14 yards out?
So,
Where's my blitzer?
Off the back of that pick, Queensland have a chance to go another 6 up. That would put them almost out of reach. Here they come. Ball is high, right into the back of the end zone. Too long, couldn't reel it in. Jess Lou, that one goes begging. And the ball from Casey Cubis was almost perfect. You'd think possibly a taller player would have grabbed that out of the air. Certainly the defense were in no sight of catching it. There's plenty of time. 2 more downs after this one. Cubis sizes up her options, goes deep to the other end zone, and it is in the corner and in the hands of Dania Herdman. Another touchdown to add to her books. She's been on the scoreboard and she's been busy.
She definitely has. Those pink gloves, we keep saying it, they keep showing up.
Pink goes faster. They know that. They are utilising it. They're going to go for a conversion here. 1 point from the 5-yard line. Cubis. Straight to the hands of her favourite, Cody Fuller, one of our favourites as well. And you're picking a pair of gloves to go safely into Cody Fuller, about the safest. Danny, what did you see?
So all the credit has to go to Queensland's defence right there. They got in the best field position they've had all day, and the Queensland offence absolutely capitalised on that.
Capitalise is exactly what happened, and that's what they've been doing all game. Defense really turning it around. Oh, tipped, and it gets anyway to the hands of the receiver. That's Jordan Demizio. We've got to get her in the game, said T-Mac, and there she is, although it was a lucky one. Almost got tipped and picked for an easy 6 points. They gain a couple of yards and go again. Second down for Victoria. Paholek has to beat the blitzer, does so. Scoops it out. Demizio has it now down the sideline. Has a tag pulled at about the 4-yard from halfway.
Yeah, see, we said you've got to get her in the game. First 2 touches of this half for her, and we've already gained, what, 18 yards? So get her the ball in her hands a bit more, and Victoria got to get themselves back in this game. What, 4 touchdowns down?
She is one of the top wide receivers in Australia. She's been playing tackle gridiron for the past decade, so she's got the experience and athletic ability. Shovel pass goes forward exactly to Demizio once more, showcasing her skills that have set her apart as one of the best wide receivers in the tackle game in Australia. Now converting, coming over to the non-contact flag football. There's plenty of reasons to be converting to the flag football game at the moment, isn't there? Yeah,
absolutely. The refs are just coming together whether... Oh, no, they've paid it as a first down. They weren't quite sure whether she was behind the line of scrimmage, but they have paid the first down. We made it over the halfway.
So another 4 downs, but in terms of the flag football opportunities, of course, this year it was announced that flag football would be an Olympic sport in LA 2028. Of course, underneath the NFL, the massive audience the NFL has. Shovel pass faked to Demizio. High ball goes long, straight to the hands of the offense, and they score. Beeston gets over the end zone. The ball control was elite. The hip swivel and twizzle, and the score, 6 points to Victoria. That brings them back in.
Demizio had 3 receptions in that and definitely got them to where they needed to be to get to that point, to be able to get those 6 points.
They're going for 2. Got to get back into the game here. So
the 2-point conversion, not many have opted for it in this game. In fact, I think this is the first 2-point attempt we've seen in this match. The women obviously sometimes can't get the distance that the men can, so the 2-point is a little bit more difficult, but tight contest here. They go long into the end zone. It's tipped away. Great defense. In the end, it was Queensland that got a hand to it. It was Riley Douglas with the fingertip save, and that's crucial points, so they miss out on the conversion, and they keep the Victorians at bay. The score is 33-20. Danny.
Victoria absolutely had to go for that 2-point conversion. At this point in the game, they need to get every single point they can. So it was a risk that they definitely needed to take.
Yeah, they've got a long way to climb back, don't they? And now it's going to have to come down to some stellar defense. Cubis has it in her hands. Spiral, tight as they come. The crowd is on its feet because they see exactly that. Jess Liu caught it at the end. Got out in space with no one on her. I think defense and the cornerback there really cannot let her get out of their sights. When Cubis has it, she can go really deep. She's got a rocket for an arm.
Yeah, you were just saying the women don't have quite the strength that the men do, but Cubis is...
Cubis
yeah, absolutely.
Cubis, they know now to defend deep, and it's exactly what they've done, but she gets there anyway! Cody Fuller! Way downtown from halfway, Cubis sends along and says, go get it. And Cody Fuller does exactly that. 6 points to the Queenslanders.
This is exactly... Victoria started off strong and were able to hang with them, but Queensland just being that stronger side, just pulling away now.
That's the play of the game. I'm calling it. Cubis to Fuller in the end zone corner. They're going to go again. They do. They double down. Marissa Hayes gets the conversion. And Queensland just look on fire. They come out of the half-time huddle and are a new team. I don't know what was said down there. Danny Webb was close to it. What do you think has been said or done to create this mayhem?
The coach just gave them an absolute rev up and just really got behind them and told them to play their game and stop playing Victoria's game. And they've just come out and done exactly that.
Well, Christy Moran has her hand in the air. They're fired up, the Queenslanders. They're going to take this out from Victorians, 33-19. Victoria have their tails up as well, but not quite the speed and pace. It's number 8, Beeston again. Often running those mid-range routes, doesn't go long, but often collects at the sort of 5-yard, 10-yard dig route.
Beeston has had a lot of touches of the football, but like you said, just getting those 5, 6, 7 yards, not quite as deadly as what the likes of Fuller have been for the Sun Devils.
Ball goes back for Holak over the top, straight to the middle again. That's her favourite, Olivia Manfrey, one of our favourites.
Another one who's just getting her hands all over the ball.
One of the players in the Australian squad already, Manfrey. Bliss lines up to snap it from centre. Holak with some work to do. The Victorians. Interesting routes. Crowded in the middle of the field, but right open for Bliss down the sideline. She came out of the centre position, snapped it and got all the way downfield. Wow, I don't know how she got off the mark so quickly, but a great play design. Every other runner rode a sail route to the right. She went to that left sideline and found absolute acreage in front of her.
She seems to be the deep threat here, Love.
Nice snap from Love. Paholek tries to find Manfrey, and Manfrey finds a defender in her way, but ball was sailing well out.
Fancy footwork from the referee there to keep it in play.
We love it. Athletes, the referees.
Here we go, second down.
Really our third team. Big thank you to the officials and the referees on the sideline doing all the work all weekend. Victoria, second down. Paholek, blitz coming. Has to get rid of it. Oh, nearly gets to the hands of a Queenslander. Diving was Jordan Demizio.
Nearly into the hands of Douglas there. She just fell short.
It wasn't Demizio, it was Douglas. You're right. 27 is Demizio for Victoria. My apologies. Douglas almost had a fingertip touch save. Motion right. Goes that way, and Victoria with a nice little gain of 3 or 4 yards, but it's going to be fourth down. Victoria's beasting again, getting it in that middle range zone.
This seems to be Victoria's range, though. About that 8 yards. The 3 touchdowns that they've got now have all come from this kind of range.
So, final opportunity to score on this drive. Fourth down, within range. Paholek sizes it up, goes long into the end zone, and does get to the hands of Olivia Manfrey. The Australian flag football player reels it in and gets the touchdown for Victoria.
You can see why she has been playing such high level of football. Really strong hands. And the deep threat that we talked about before.
Yeah, hands above the head too, able to catch, jump and get around other players. There was a very contested space, so managing to bring that one down amid all the chaos. Here comes Victoria for the 1-point conversion. Just has a little chat with the coaches and the play call. Decide on their option. Paholek. Three runners. Fourth is Bliss, and they do get to one of them. It's Beeston. And ran the perfect route there, found herself open. Right on the chest, and a 1-point conversion.
Victoria absolutely showing some signs of brightness here. It's just the consistency that they're going to need to slightly improve on if they're going to compete for the rest of this game.
So here come Queensland. We know how threatening they can be, and it's moves like that. They're exactly why. The rocket arm of Casey Cubis, direct to target. There is no way you can get in front of those. If you're a defender, it's just impossible. The sidearm there, the twizzle of the hips. Incredible stuff. Dania Herdman with one of the best routes I've seen run. Beat 2, got over the highway mark. Put her team in scoring position.
Herdman was the receiver who got it very early in the game, so we've already seen what kind of twizzles her hips can do.
Snap to Cubis. Looks long. Has an option on the right sideline. Does go that way. It's Marissa Hayes, the other captain. Couldn't quite find enough room to get through the defence, but they edge closer. Second down, they're about 10 out from the end zone.
Just smart football there. Victoria just sitting back here, and Cubis is just taking the field that they're going to give. If they're going to give it 10 yards, she's going to take it.
Tight formation. Cubis goes right, finds a player. Yes, she does. Cody Fuller in a repeat of the exact same touchdown as just earlier. Cody Fuller has been busy. 2 touchdowns in this half. The previous, one of the highlights of the day so far. And as the sun sets in Ballymore Stadium, the sun is setting on the opportunities for Victoria to get back in this game as Casey Cubis takes a high snap, sidearms it to Fuller. Couldn't get a feed in. They had one toe in, almost tried the toe drag, and T-Mac is next to me. He doesn't know about that call from the referees. You reckon it was in?
They are right on the line, but from this angle, it looked like that toe was down. But
it looked like it, didn't it? We don't have a VAR on the sideline, so Victoria opt to play quickly before that can be discussed, but it did look like Cody Fuller just made an incredible play. I'd love to see that in the replays. We'll have replays tomorrow in the broadcast as we see Victoria respond. Quick ball goes the way of Demizio, one of the players you've highlighted and said we need to see more of.
Yeah, it was Yana Floritis on defence there. Just a quick hand just to be able to... If Demizio got through there, she was gone. So, again, just that Queensland defence coming up strong.
Demizio and Manfrey lining up on the right side. 2 wide receivers. Demizio gets it close. Didn't work out, though. Flag was pulled just a couple of yards after she received the ball, and they might have actually lost yardage there.
They're definitely in the game.
It'll be the 3rd down, and Victoria's woes just go from bad to worse. Victoria pinned down in their own territory. Here comes the blitz from Christy Moran. Paholek has to get rid of it over the top. Oh, it's still in the hands of Victoria. She's got her 5th touchdown. Beaston, what a beast. Getting through that, juggling in the end. Had shades of Brandon Ayuk in the Super Bowl. Catches it off the tip, and that's a touchdown, as exciting as they come.
To be able to stay present enough to catch the ball when it's bouncing around in front of you, that is incredible hands down there.
That's my 2nd favourite. My favourite is the long ball to Cody Fuller. 2nd favourite, right there, Beaston with the juggling act. 6 points, doesn't matter how you score them. That's 6 on the board for Victoria, much needed. But that one gets tipped and actually caught by the Queenslanders.
No chance to run it back, though. Flag's taken straight away.
Mickey Phillips brought that down. And the turnover after the conversion opportunity. So here comes Queensland. Cubis snaps it in the end zone, has to get rid of it, does so. Great ball down to Marissa Hayes. Absolutely on a rope. Didn't deviate from the set target at any point. She's almost got a sidearm that rockets faster than the full arm. Cubis. Again, sidearm down the middle. This time finds Dania Herdman. Pink shoes, pink gloves. Easy to spot, not only for the pink, but how athletic she's been all game.
There's definitely a lot of sidearm, like you keep mentioning about this from Cubis, but the strength that she's able to get from that sidearm is quite incredible.
Yeah, so Casey Cubis sends it again to her teammate. That's Cody Fuller once more. But you mentioned Casey Cubis, the strength. She played tackle football in the USA for the Denver Bandits, so she has played in the WNFC in the tackle form of the game. She's represented the Sun Devils in gridiron. She's got plenty of experience and just that kind of skill to the game. A flag football and a big ball goes long, but too long. Kestra Bessie had it almost within her grasp, but it couldn't come down fast enough. There's just an example of the strength of Cubis. I think she's laughing at herself there. It just took a shot, didn't work out, but it was exciting.
She was 2 or 3 yards on the other side of halfway and has nearly thrown it out of the end zone. That was enormous.
Yeah, and not even, it didn't even look like her full stretch throw. She didn't step into it. She just sidearmed it again. Here she goes, Casey Cubis, sidearm down the middle. That's worked out. Easy pickings, Marissa Hayes, teammate and part of the inaugural Australian flag football team, one of the Sun Devils in gridiron. They've played together. That'll be a timeout. So, called by the Sun Devils. There's a timeout, and maybe they're just going to rearrange a few things. They're well ahead, and it might be a time to test out a few plays, test out a few other players. Danny Webb is sidelined, and he's going to listen in. And, Danny, what do you think is going to be decided during this timeout?
I think Queensland are still in the position they really need a score here. You don't want to give Victoria any chance or any sniff of potentially coming back. So I'm expecting another big bomb coming from Cubis. Probably going to hit Fuller straight in the end zone, and we're going to have another touchdown.
Well, we certainly hope so. A big bomb and another touchdown is what we love to see. It is one of the most exciting football codes and certainly the most exciting growth sport here in Australia at the moment. Off the back of a record-breaking Super Bowl in 2024. Crowds around the world want to be part of it, and this game is not just for men. As we can see, some of the most elite women are playing, and Casey Cubis is certainly one of those. Here comes the touchdown. Another one to Casey Cubis's incredible resume. An incredible game. Jada McRobb, sorry, it was Marissa Hayes, and she looks hurt, though, getting down on that one. She crossed the line and took a heavy fall. T-Mac, did you see what happened?
Yeah, I think it's a lower body injury, whether someone, I don't think anyone fell across her, but just knocking knees or something like that, they definitely sting, those ones.
You hate to see it. And,
hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Hopefully nothing too serious. We'll just wait as she collects herself on the sideline. There are a couple of Victorian players helping her out. Here comes the coach as well.
Oh, the medic's running across the field.
So that was Cody Fuller. I mean, it was Casey Cubis to Marissa Hayes.
It's the second knock she's taken. She was the one that went down earlier.
She's had a couple of knocks, you're right. She has played AFL. She's played Sun Devils gridiron, and we would hate for Queensland to lose her at this early stage in the tournament. There's a medic attending to her left ankle. So we will wait to hear from the medical report, but
that's
just
the game.
hope that that's going to be okay.